Hi, welcome everybody. It's Mickey here again. It's a Munch and Learn. It's probably about a 5 or 6 minute video. I just want to start a series of topics around customer alignment. So I really want to sort of focus on how to try and get customer alignment and how to understand how to get customer alignment. Everybody knows that, it's one of the tenets of sales is trying to get customer alignment. But what I've discovered in my recent experience that quite often everybody has a different view of customer alignment and they come at it from different places. So this is, if you come to this video, then this is part one of my series or episode one, whichever one you call it. I like the word episode actually. Let's change that to episode one. Episode one. And really I want to introduce the starting concept. So like I said, if you come through to this video, it's probably off the back of one of my LinkedIn articles or you're on YouTube. So when looking at a customer and in my recent conversations with many organizations, there are three basic tenets that I look at in terms of aligning with a customer. So number one, why? So what is the why? I'll come back to that in a second. Number two, the how. What is the how? And number three, and what is the what? So in this short video, I just want to introduce you to these three components. And then in episode two, I'll talk about each component and what does it mean. Or I'll start talking about each component. So what is the why? So the why is the business impact. Why is a customer or a potential customer doing anything? And, and what's the impact they want? So what is the business impact that they're trying to look at? And quite often this is linked to their mission or their vision statement, and then their top priorities in the organization's priorities in the organization to drive typically revenue plus margin, and that typically what it boils down to. Now, some companies may elaborate a little bit more on that, and say, a bit more than that. But ultimately, this is what it is. What is their mission, which talks about why do they exist and what's their purpose in the world. What's the business impact they are looking to get. And that's typically linked back to, one, the people impact, but it all relates back to margins and revenue. The second element that I always try to look at with organizations is how. And what is this? This is the strategy. This is the strategy that the company decides on to achieve the why. And this is important because depending on how the company decides to do something will determine what happens next, i.e., let's move on to the what. So the strategy is actually, or before I move on to the what, the strategy is actually the company management, the management team agreeing on a way forward. And this could be the go-to-market, how do they manufacture something, what will the final product look like, and there's a whole bunch of dimensions to this discussion. But understanding the how is super important. Once you're understanding the how, the what are the raw ingredients. So the raw ingredients to deliver the actual strategy. And this is where it's interesting to deliver the strategy. Now, it doesn't matter if you have a customer with a net new requirement or an existing requirement. If you don't understand the why, i.e. the business impact, the mission, the top priorities, and how it leads to revenue margins, you're missing a trick straight away. However, what I see many people miss out is what is the strategy of the company? Because unless you can align with that strategy, it doesn't matter what products you've got and how good they are. If they don't deliver on the agreed strategy, then you're just not going to win a new customer. And then the what, obviously, is your products. Do your products actually deliver on the strategy? So tune into episode 2, and I'll talk a little bit more about the why, and then episode 3, the how, and episode 4, the what. And then how can you create an impact yourself and align and influence. Thanks for listening in on a Mickey's Lunch and Learn.